you. She's ridiculous.
Run, Tay, run! Good day, guys. Time to flatten it out. Look at all this dirt. I reckon I might have overdone it. There's about 25 tonne of dirt on here, I reckon. Kids are loving it. So we're going to hop on the motorbike and we're going to flatten it out. Alright, we'll chuck it out. There's a few rocks in here, but not too many. Nice throw. You could play discus. Have you done discus at school?
Yeah.
This is going to be fun, guys. You ready?
Yeah.
Hang on. I don't know whether it's zoomed.
Go hop on your side.
I'll put it, maybe I'll put the camera over here so I can see you guys taking off.
Oh, then we can see the whole view of everything.
Yeah, I know. So let's do that. Right, that's good.
Maybe back more.
No, that's fine. I can see pretty much the whole thing.
We're not down there.
Ready?
We...
Good day. Aussie Bonsai Bloke, get going. These are the Aussie Bonsai kids. And today they're going to be counterweights. So we've put a heap of dirt out. The whole lawn's covered. I fear that we've put too much dirt out. There's about 25 tonne here.
Yeah.
I managed to collect it.
Too much.
Even though this property's full of rock, there's actually on the back of a hill, there's actually a sand drift
Yeah.
where I collected this dirt from. So it didn't cost anything, luckily. Otherwise, it would have cost probably $1,000 or $2.
There's a lot. There's not many rocks.
No, and it's really clean. It's a really clean sand. Nothing in there really. The odd root, but not much. It's actually really good. Considering that we just live on rock, pretty good.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we've put it out. So the plan is we're going to drive the four-wheeler round and round. Dog will probably bark and chase the four-wheeler. And the kids are going to be the counterweights to hopefully help flatten out the dirt.
And hopefully we aren't too heavy.
Yeah, and hopefully you're not too heavy, because if you're too heavy we might have to get you guys off and put some bricks on there. But we'll see. Hop on.
Yeah,
Sit right at the back.
we're 80 kilos. Both of us are 80.
Maybe sit back a bit. Yep, there. And then I just hold on to the rails on the side. Okay, guys, let's do it. What do you reckon, kids?
Good.
Yeah.
We're both 80 and Taylor's 48. I'm 30. Kilograms together. Kilo?
Don't tell everyone your weight.
No,
That's a secret.
that's together.
That's a secret.
No, Taylor's 48 down
Okay, so these are Taya's 2 turtles.
This is Bailey. This is Bella.
Look at them swimming around. Plop. Plop. They're very cute. Good day. Up. Now up. Good day. Aussie Bonsai Bloke here. How you going? Hello. Say hello to the camera. Say hello. No? Why not? Come. There, come. Up. Up. Go up. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, you're a beautiful puppy. Okay. Yes, you are a beautiful puppy. Oh. Very cute. Yes, you are. Yeah. You are very cute. Aren't you? Yeah. Good night. Aussie Bonsai Bloke, here you go. Well, today, Friday night, should be having a beer, but maybe that'll come later. I want to make it past 8 PM on a Friday night, and if I have some beers now, that might not happen. Okay, so she's about 5 PM at the moment. Drinking a coffee. Anyway, let's get to the tree. We've got no tools ready, nothing. I just realised my bonsai box is over there where I've got all my tools. So I'll have to go fetch them. But anyway, got this trees, which is a forest, I guess you could say. And look how healthy the damn thing is. So healthy. Whatever I planted this in, it's just growing so well. Look at that. You can see I haven't looked at this tree or worked on this tree. Look at this weed here. Another one at the front here. Some sort of a, who knows. It's even a bit of wild oats or something in here. Crazy. But anyway, this trees, forest. About 2 years ago I decided I wanted to get more into Australian natives. So what I did is I got all the Australian natives that I had, and then decided I better do something else. And I thought, how cool would it be? Because where I go camping, and love to go camping, I've done the same trip for 20 years, is underneath these tea trees. And the tea trees are actually called swamp paperbark, and which is a melaleuca, And anyway, I thought, oh, being in a really arid environment and pretty hot, maybe I'll try and use the lace honey myrtle melaleuca and let it take, you know, place of the swamp paper bark. I know I won't get the paper bark, but hopefully the growth habit, it looks very similar, should end up giving you the illusion of being in a forest of paper bark. So, you know, it doesn't even matter what variety of tree they are. All it is these tea trees that hang over the top of you while you're camping underneath. You've got your fire underneath, your tent underneath, and you've got all these tea trees around you. And not only that, it can be blowing 30 knots of wind. Where they are is on the side of a lake, because I love windsurfing, so I do windsurfing. But anyway, at night you want protection, you don't want the wind, and if it's howling with wind, these tea trees, they shake around and carry on, and inside these tea trees, it's absolutely sheltered to the max, and there's no wind. It's absolutely beautiful. And I've had those memories for years, and I just want to really try hard to emulate those, even emulate that camp spot. Even if it takes 30 years with this forest, I'd be happy. Okay, so I really want to try to copy that a little bit. I don't know the growth habit of this very well. I've never worked on it. It's all trial and error from me, the lace honey myrtle. But I'll tell you my plans and about these trees, okay? So you know about the camp spot, you know that I've got some good fun memories camping in there, howling wind over the top, and it's still dead calm in there. And about these trees were grown when I did the planting around my property, which I will show you guys because I know there's a few people that want to see them again. When I did the planting around the property about a year and a half ago, I planted a heap of honey myrtles, and there was some left, and I thought maybe I could use them for bonsai to create this sort of semi-forest swamp, I guess swamp, marsh, forest type thing where I camp. And I thought maybe I can create that using these honey myrtles. So anyway, so I used them and I planted them in this pot a year and a half ago, pretty much the same time as I planted the ones out in the paddock. And I think they were grown 8 months before that. So these are just over 2 years old. How they are now. And they've been in this pot for, nearly 18 months. And they were 6 months old at the time. And they're all small like this, little babies. And I've put them in this pot. And they've gone from this level all the way across the whole pot to what they are now. And some of the trunks now are getting quite fat. Well, not really, but compared to what they were, they're getting fat. And basically I just put a heap of trees in the one pot, heaps. I haven't even counted, but I don't know, there could be 40 in here, could be 40 trees. Maybe I'll count at the end. And what I thought I would do is I would let natural selection or natural dominance take over in this forest. They all got planted about the same height, out a little tube stock, and around about the same strength. And I put them all in here, and I'm going to naturally let the strong ones be strong and the weaker ones stay a little bit weak. So hopefully it will create a natural forest. But this forest could take 15 years before it looks good. I don't know. Don't know if you guys are still into bonsai when that happens. I know I will be. I caught the bug, and once I've caught the bug, I know I'm not getting rid of that bug. and I'll still be here in 15 years. Maybe bald. Well, I'm pretty bald now. I had a haircut, by the way. But I'll still be here in 15 years looking after this forest of hope. So let's get to it. So the plan now, okay, so these are basically 2 years old. Not quite. No, they are. Yeah, if you count to when they've grown from seed. They're 2 years old. Been in the pot for nearly 18 months. And now it's time to cut them back hard before, because I'm not sure how well these backbud. So my plan is to cut them back hard now, before the inner shoots all die back. And then if it's just bare wood, who knows? Maybe they won't backbud, maybe they will, I don't know. I've never tried it. I'm not familiar with these species, but I'm going to give it a go. So what I'm going to do is, where I've got a really strong tree, I'm going to leave that strong, quite fat and strong. I'm going to naturally let that one be strong, and I'm going to cut it up a bit higher. Where I've got a really weak tree, I'm going to leave it a bit lower. I'll probably leave a little bit more length on the top of that, but it's naturally lower, and I'm going to leave it lower as a weaker tree. And I'm just going to keep doing that through this whole thing. And this will be nowhere near trying to select branches or anything like that. This is literally just chopping the heads off of all these trees to try and promote some smaller, lower growth. So let's get to it. I'll get my tools and we'll start chopping. I'll get my scissors and probably the knob cutters, and that's probably all the tools I'll need. So let's get to it. It's going to be pretty fun. I've no idea what it's going to look like when we're finished. Actually, what I'll do, you guys are on charge because my phone's nearly flat, but if I stay pretty close to this tripod, you guys will still be on charge. We'll try and get you in here. I'm going to have to take you off charge. We'll try and get you in here and just show you the absolute maze that's in here. I don't even know if I can get to the bottom in there. You can't even see the soil, it's that thick. Wow, look at the growth, so healthy. In actual fact, these in the pot, sorry for waving you guys around, I'm trying not to drop this camera on the ground or my phone. These trees in this pot are actually a lot more healthy than the ones that are put in the ground. The ones that are put in the ground are thicker at the base, so I guess you could say they've grown better, but a lot of their foliage have got brown tips and some of them even just died, whereas these have still got nice green tips and have never looked back. So anyway, let's go and get some tools. Sorry if I'm talking and eating, but I got a bit peckish, so I'm on the old shapes while I'm working. And once again, we're a good at least 10 minutes, I'd say, into this video, and I haven't done anything to a tree. Alright, so I just got rid of that weed. That's another thing, weeding this thing's been easy because the trees have just shaded out all the weeds. Only a handful of weeds in that time, it's pretty good. Yeah, I pretty much have no idea how I'm going to work on this. I'm just going to get in there and see what I think and go from there. Like I say, I'll just make sure you guys can see the whole forest, because I've done that before. I've started working on the tree and realised you guys couldn't see what I'm even doing, which is just useless. I think I'll do the same with this video. Right now I'll just pause you guys and start again, but I think I'll do a work on it live. If you guys want to watch it live, that's fine. And then I'm going to do a hyperlapse of working on it at the end. So it's up to you guys what you want to do, but 14.5 minutes in, I'm going to restart it, and then it's up to you whether you fast forward to the end and watch hyperlapse or you just watch it like it is. Cool, cheers. Okay, so if you guys are still with me, it means that you wanted to watch the whole thing. And I really applaud you for it. I really love all the comments you guys send to me. Makes everything worthwhile and pretty cool. Just so great to get such good comments from you guys, to hear that some people stuck through the whole last video and watched the whole thing. It's pretty cool. I'm basically now going to try and find, it's so hard to see my way in here. I think what I'll do, I'm just going to cut down to some thick trunks. Leaving some branching at the top for now. So I'm just going to cut down to the actual trunks and thick branching, and then it's you know, it's almost impossible for me to show you guys what this looks like in here. I'd love to show you, I really would, but to be honest, I'm finding it hard to even see what I'm looking at here. So I'm cutting small branches down small, bigger branches a little bit longer. So I mean, that's all I'm going to do for now. I'm just going to do that and just see how it turns out, because I can't shoot select in here. There's just too many shoots. So big branch is going to be kept big, small ones are going to be cut back. And then what I'll do, I'll put all the branches in a pile and just show you how much I've actually cut off this tree at the end. Okay, I can't even see to the bottom. I wish I could. I can't. Okay, so I've got some weaker trees here, stronger one here. I could cut them all at the same length, all these trees, just hedge the whole lot at the same length, but I don't want to do that. I think that's just a bit boring. I want to come through here and really chop them back to hopefully different heights, which should happen because, well, here's an interesting thing. This is why you guys stay live, because you get to see things that people that hyperlapse don't. Look at the back butting on that. I'm not a betting man, but I would bet, judging by all that back butting there, one, it's got so much strength here and it's ready to shoot again because it's spring. But two, I'm willing to bet that I can cut these back to bare branches and still get all the back butting that I need. Just judging by that one tree that had all that back butting on it. I'm sure you guys would probably agree with that. Yeah, I'm just going to keep working my way in here. It'd be just so nice if I could
at least see where they originate from. A lot of these trees, I can't even see where they originate from, to be honest. It's made me a little bit more confident to come in here and cut harder, seeing all those buds. It's just telling me that these trees don't mind backbudding. Whereas I'm pretty sure the proper swamp paperbark, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it doesn't enjoy backbudding as much because the paperbark actually gets in the way of the cambium layer, so that the buds don't get any sunlight to grow, so it ends up just dying back and shooting from the base. Okay, thick branches. You could really get lost in here, I have to say, and I sort of am. You can really get lost in here, and I pretty much are, but I have to keep reminding myself, keep it simple. A simple way to go through here, let's try and do it faster. Simple way to get through here, fatter ones, cut them longer. Thinner ones, cut them shorter. And see what we have at the end. I don't see a problem with doing this. So I'm going to do it. I'm just going to go to fatter ones, longer, so that the natural selection of stronger trees continues. The stronger ones get stronger and the weaker ones, well, get weaker but hopefully survive. And create a natural type of forest, because I know when you go into a natural forest, you do have these weaker trees and stronger trees. The weaker ones going to cut back harder. Stronger ones leave a bit longer. You see how we look at the end. Yeah, not worry too much about branching. Try and keep a little bit on the ends if possible, but I'm seeing a lot of backbudding in here everywhere now. Now that I've seen that one, my eyes sort of honed in on all that backbudding. I'm seeing a lot of it, so we should be fine. Remember, these trees aren't very old, so what you see now in strength is nothing compared to what they'll be in 5 or 6 years' time. And this, you know, this is going to look crap. I'm not joking. This is going to look pretty crap. And I've got no idea what it's going to look like. I've never done this before, so don't take this down as gospel either, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just giving it a go. And that's a lot of what bonsai is about, just giving it a go. And I think to create something natural, this could be the way to do it. You just put them all in there and let them fight it out. Let the strong be strong and let the weak hopefully survive but be weak. Then you'll hopefully get a good natural selection in the forest and make the forest look half believable. Okay, so we're getting there. The back's actually, well, I'm sorry, it's not even the back, it's just a clump here, could be the front. But this section here must have seen a bit more sunlight because they're a lot stronger right here. I'm getting through it pretty quickly, really. Little weak ones through here. So there's not just one that I'm cutting. These are, you know, every time I cut these scissors through this chunk of trees, I could be cutting 5 or 6 trees back. Hard to know. Just getting rid of some weeds. Now I'm going to go in there and just cut back some finer branching to let a bit more light down the bottom. It's almost like lawn in here, it's that strong. All these different branches and stuff growing. And you know, if it gets too shaded out down here at the bottom, that's fine. I don't really need anything to grow right at the bottom. I just need, at the moment, the chance for the bottom branch, the bottom trees, sorry, to get enough light that they make it sort of to the top, because if I was to let them dominant ones grow now without cutting it back, what you might find is you'll end up with 5 or 6 trees in the long run that take over the whole thing and the rest just completely die. So by cutting it back, you give the weaker ones a chance. And in the long term, I don't want any foliage down here in the bottom, because you've got to imagine that you're camping or walking through that forest. But for now, the foliage down there could actually be a whole tree. You just can't see it because that tree's so weak, because it just sat there getting smothered all summer, and you wouldn't know. And I get that this is going to look really ugly, I know that. It's not everyone's cup of tea. And basically, not basically, I am process of, you know, learning myself how to do it. Motorbike outside, and I'm learning how to do it myself at the same time that I'm showing you guys. So I've got no experience, don't know how to do it, but I'm showing you guys how I am doing it, and if it works, good. You guys can maybe try it, and if it doesn't, well, my loss, not your loss. So basically, I'm just thinning it out now, getting rid of a lot of these little light branches down here. How you going, Seth? Did you run the dog?
Yeah.
So I'm just getting rid of a lot of these little light branches, allowing light in there. And hopefully...
Don't you mean the birthday boy?
Leo. Oh yeah, that's right guys. Leo's birthday today.
He's 2.
2 years old. Yeah, little puppy's 2 years old.
Yeah. And he's bigger than me.
Yeah, and he's pretty big now, getting pretty big.
Yeah. When he's older, he'll get bigger.
Yeah,
he's
so that's
still growing.
Pretty exciting. And
Mum's
we've nearly been in
got
this
him
house
this
for
week.
2 years, I think.
No, we've been, don't you mean for 4 or 3?
No, in November.
No, we've already been in this house for 2 years.
No, not yet.
No, we have.
No.
No, we have.
We got Leo when he
You
was
didn't
4 or
realise.
5 months old. And he's only just turned 2, which means it's another, well, a few months until it's a couple of years.
No.
I think it's November, Seth. I think we moved in November 19.
No.
For real.
What's Mum? Mum even has this piece of paper or something. Didn't know one moved in.
That's just weird.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was November.
Mum's a weirdo.
Remember, it was just before Christmas.
Oh yeah.
It certainly hasn't been over 2 years, I know that. In the first year I made that Australia Day video
Yeah.
for my bonsai channel.
Is that anything I can help you with?
Not really bad, I'm just going to trim back for a little bit and then I'm going to be done. Oops. Oh, it's going to be not much you can do, but you can try.
Do I use these?
Yeah, chop this one off here.
Here?
Higher.
There?
Higher. Yep. Chop. Done.
Any more? Here? Does that any there?
No, that's good.
Here?
I don't really have to two shoot select at the moment. Not so much. I'll probably get into a bit of that later. At the moment, it's just about clearing light down to the bottom trees. Some of these at the top here I am now we'll shoot selecting just 2 shoots. So that is happening. And we'll see what comes out of this. And now it looks absolutely ridiculous.
We just have to keep trimming it.
This tree looks completely ridiculous, to be honest.
Yeah. Different to what it did. Whoop.
Yep, and something that I'm not familiar with. I haven't worked with these trees. Don't know how they respond, but I'd say by the amount of back budding on that one, they're going to back bud fine, and a lot of them did have that sort of back budding on them. Deeper into the pot here. And I tell you, it's like lawn down the bottom here. It's ridiculous. And I've never tried doing a forest like this, but I just want to clear some of these shoots. I forgot way too many shoots, but you can see by all the buds it'll probably just happen again. And I think as time goes on,
Do you want me to help?
probably refine these. No, we're good, Seth. We're nearly done. Literally just do a few more chops around the place.
Then have anything else we need to do?
Well, you could chop this one back a little bit to here. Do you want to do that?
Chop which one down?
This one back down to here. Yeah, chop.
You don't want to go too far because otherwise we'll chop that beautiful bit. Mum's here.
Mum's son, go and see what she's after.
And I'll go see what Leo got.
Yeah, Leo's got his birthday present today. So that's pretty cool. So I'm sort of choosing 2 shoots in some locations, but I'm not too critical on it at the moment. It's such early stages that I wouldn't hold it against anyone if they didn't even bother at the moment. Like I say, this is just about giving light to the smaller trees at the bottom at the moment, and then letting natural selection after that take over. And as the tops of these will grow, it'll shade out the middle, and then the middle, the dead leaves will get up higher and higher, and it'll hopefully create that natural forest. Like I say, I've never done it like this, but hopefully that will create that natural forest underneath. where you can imagine walking through it, and that'll happen naturally. But at the moment they're such young little seedlings so that hasn't happened yet, but hopefully will in time. I'll even just come through here and just pull some branches by hand, just thin them out a bit. I don't even know how many trees are in here. I'm gonna guess less than I guessed before, because I can see a lot of these trees come from just one. I'm gonna guess at least 30 at a good guess. Ah, jeez, it just pinched me. Scissors just got my finger. Okay, I'm happy, I'm done. Give you a bit of a hype. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so that's nowhere near finished. Forest is just a step. It's just a step from a beginner forest. This is a 30-year project, 40-year project. It's not going to happen overnight, and I don't expect it to. There's no big transformation, and if anything, you guys will probably say it looks worse than it did at the start, and that's fine. So what I'll do is I'll wind you guys up in the air. You guys are going up. Bring you guys a bit closer. Bring the table a bit closer. Yeah, it just looks like a mess, doesn't it? Okay. Give you guys. Okay, so right now let's go to the hyperlapse, and after that we'll say our goodbyes. Cheers, and give it a spin. So hyperlapse time. Okay guys, seen the hyperlapse. I just want to show you this massive amount of foliage that got cut off. All the tops of the trees, look at that. Absolutely massive, just got chopped off of there. Wow, look at that. That is crazy. Doesn't really have any smell to this tree. No real smell. A little bit prickly in the branch, in the leaves, but not too bad. Okay. Give you guys a bit of a spin. There's a slug, yuck. Bit of a spin on the way out. So, cheers for watching. I'll just get me coffee. Might not be alcohol, but it still feels good to do a cheers with the coffee. Cheers for watching Aussie Bonsai Bloke. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell your mates about the channel. If you're not subscribed, bloody hurry up. Subscribe. Then you can see another one. No worries. Cheers. Thanks again. And I'll give you a spin on the way out. Cheers.